Hello, in today's video we're going to talk about setting your macro goals and achieving your weight loss dreams. Hey folks, so we all dream about being in a very good shape for the beach and having just the right amount of body fat and being in the best shape of our lives. But you know what? It's easier said than done, right? I work with a whole bunch of fitness professionals, IFBB pros, International Federation of Bodybuilders, and some of these are what I call a fitness competitor. Some are actual bodybuilders, but the point is that they have the process of losing weight figured out. One of my very good friends, who's I see in the office here, he walks around about 235 and he competes at about 188 or 189. And when he walks around in normal, his normal everyday weight, he does not look overweight at all. In fact, he's in very, very good shape, but he drops 40 pounds, essentially 40 pounds of body weight in order to get to stage lean. And stage lean is what they call it when they get up on the stage, and a lot of you probably don't find that very attractive and never want to be that way yourself, but they get down to about 3% body fat for males. And the point is that these people have it figured out with regard to losing body fat. They know how to do it. It is a process. It takes some science and it takes some precision. But we can take some of the lessons that they use in order to get down to this very lean body mass or lean stage that they're in, and we can actually adapt it to normal dieting, normal lifestyle changes that will really impact our own body composition and make us as good as we can be. So I've been doing this for quite some time, and at the behest and with a little bit of coaching from the bodybuilder people that I see. And so here's what we do. We set a protein goal and a fat goal and a carb goal. And the very first step that anyone has to do in order to begin this process is begin to track the calories you currently eat. And that doesn't mean you go on a diet. That doesn't mean you alter what you're currently eating. It means that you begin to write down or get an app. MyFitnessPal is what I use. It's a very popular one. But you literally write down and record every single food or morsel you put in your mouth. And if you go out to eat, sometimes it's easy when you go out to eat, sometimes it's more difficult. But the point is, try to estimate it, try to get it in there. And it's hard at first, but it does get easier, I will say that. And what we do is we take that information and we get basically a baseline of what you're consuming, and then we begin to create a protein, a fat, and a carbohydrate goal, kind of loosely based on what we see in that initial week of tracking. And that's stage 2, it's setting the goals. Stage 3 is basically to implement the eating and hitting your numbers, if you will, and then we get data from the scale and also data from you with regard to clothes fitting differently and just looking differently. Your body composition will change a little bit, but you have to approach it scientifically and you have to have data. If you do not have the data, it is absolutely impossible to go on to change your lifestyle and to make these small changes over a longer period of time and only lose literally 1% to 2% of your body weight per week, which is a healthy way to do that. It's the only way to accomplish that is by getting the data. Now, it's not easy, but it's not hard. It's just different. And so that's what you need to realize is that it's a different activity, but it's an activity that's very, very doable. Millions and millions of people do. They can track their calories and whatnot. So if they can, you can as well. And so I would encourage you, if you're in a situation where you want to lose body weight, just get an app, begin to track your calories for 1 week. If you're our patient, feel free to bring that data into us. We'll look at it with you and we'll set your protein, fat, and carbohydrate goals based on the data that we have. And we'll attempt to get you in a little bit of a deficit. We can pull several levers. We can pull the fat lever, the carb lever. We usually leave the protein alone. And then we can also pull the cardio lever, but it's not like running or anything like that. It's literally just low intensity, steady state cardio. So we walk on a treadmill uphill for a period of time. And that's how we lose weight. So it's really not difficult. It just takes a little bit of new skills and a little bit of discipline so that you can get the data that you need, share that data with someone like myself if you're our patient, and then otherwise, make the changes that you need to make in order to get on track and change your body composition. It's totally doable, so I want to encourage you to do that. And if you have any questions, either write them in the comments below, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.